Bros USA. Yeah.
This is Car Bros Podcast episode 32.
Big 3-2.
The Big 3-2. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. What's up to our patron? A very special hello to the nearly 50 people that are signed up for our Patreon. I have to say, I think I say it every episode, but I'm not just like blowing sunshine up people's butts. That feels really good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you guys very much for that. That is just awesome.
It's honestly probably keeping us going.
It has made this.
We would have hung up these microphones a long time ago.
I mean, it's encouraging, but like we did Car Bros for a long time without really any kind of feedback.
Support.
Yeah.
You know? And now that it's become a little bit more personal and there's people actually like giving money and showing their support, that makes it feel even better. So it is definitely encouragement to keep doing it, to keep it up. So yeah, thank you for that. And hello to the rest of you. Hello to all the fans. You guys are great too.
All the people in coach.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys too. Yeah.
The nosebleed.
Thank you for being here. We are going to continue with the format of last time, a little bit of director commentary, previous videos in the middle here. So I hope you're enjoying that. I think it is like when I listen to the podcast, it's way better with video.
Yeah.
So like it seems
Yeah,
like
if you're listening audio only,
yeah.
this might be,
unless
one exception.
unless you've like memorized the videos and, like it's still good audio wise. And some people are like commuting and stuff. But yeah, the video is kind of important for this. So just a small thing I wanted to talk about because I noticed it driving over here in my 4Runner. I have a 99 4Runner, and it does this thing where I'll come up to a stop with like over 50% brake effort, and then you stop, your foot's still on the brake, and then you let off the brake, and there's like a thump. There's like you can feel it,
Right.
and then the car starts moving again. And it turned out to be the like slip joint in the drive shaft to the rear suspension.
Yeah.
It'll like bind because I think as you brake, you're like
pushing,
unloading the suspension
a little
or
bit.
something, and then you let off the brake and it all kind of uncompresses.
Right.
And so it's this pretty loud thump. And it started doing it. I was like, oh shit, like let me look this up. So like any other car problem, you start with like Googling like 99 4Runner like thump in the rear or whatever. And I started digging into it, and the consensus was, and that's why I wrote this down. It's like car issues where the community consensus is like, yeah, they do that.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Not a huge issue.
It's like there's no fix.
Yeah.
They're like you can like dump a bunch of grease in there and then it'll fix it for like a month.
Yeah.
And then
It's a little trait.
Yeah, they'll just be like, there's nothing.
Character.
It's like it's such a relief when you're like, fuck, I'm gonna have to.
I don't think
Is
about
this like the start of like the suspend? Like, you gotta pull the frame off,
Replace your diff.
All the mounts are failing. Yeah, and it's just like you start looking into it, and people are like, nope, like
Deal with it.
they do it. They do that thing. It's nothing. It's like, oh, sweet, I don't have to do anything. So I don't know. I've had a few things like that with cars where you're like, oh shit, I just noticed some new thing. You look into it, you're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
just ignore
The
that.
Type R does that. Not the same thing, but I guess like pebbles getting stuck between like the rotor and the backing plate.
Yeah.
It's like very common on those cars.
Oh, really?
And so it would make this like kind of horrible, not super loud, but like enough to hear this kind of like
Screeching,
metallic,
yeah.
like clanging noise when you're like kind of on the brakes at really low speeds. And then I looked it up. It's like, it's like common enough where it's like become part of like memes about the car.
Oh, really?
Is that the not thump, but like kind of
Like,
ting
yeah,
sound?
right.
That's pebbles?
I
That's
think
what
so,
that is?
yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And
I
like
thought
they
that-
say, like you can just like try to like take your wheel off and like spray water in there to like try to dislodge it.
yeah.
It happens in the Jeep too. Like
Yeah,
the
I think
Jeep,
it's probably like any
pretty
car with like big wheels and big
Brembos.
calipers.
Yeah.
Huh, interesting.
But yeah, I just get a car wash and then like it's just gone. Like it gets all the dirt
And then it'll
debris
come
out.
back. After
Yeah,
a
exactly.
second.
It depends.
Yeah.
Drive over some pebbles.
Right.
Huh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Car problems that turn out to not be problems.
Right.
Big relief. Promoting laziness. Okay, so here's a controversial take. Well, I don't know if it's a take, but we want to talk about an interesting aspect of car culture, which is deep. Is that what they're called? DB drags?
Well, that's part of like the stereo. Well, obviously, like car audio is a huge market, but there's like the extreme version of it.
Yeah, the extreme spectrum.
The competition kind of.
Yeah, where it's like where you go beyond just having like a nice stereo,
right?
And it's like the whole thing is to like pound the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
It's purely how loud can you make a stereo, right? Isn't that the goal of it?
I don't know if there's different categories or how it. We really don't know anything about it.
We have some friends that they're like in the industry.
Yeah,
right.
Sup, Ryan. Ryan Autry.
Yeah. But remember, like, 15 years ago when we used to like go hang out, and occasionally he would like bring out.
Yeah.
They would have like a truck.
Yeah, right. I've seen it at a shop.
That was like their like project.
Yeah.
So you want to get inside and hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like sitting inside the vehicle is how it's tested, or is it based outside the vehicle?
I don't know.
All we know is that it's very loud.
All we know is that we don't do any amount of adequate research for these podcasts. We just rip into a topic, discover we don't know what the fuck we're talking about,
and move on to the next.
And then backpedal our way out of it and claim that we
talked about it,
claim that we came to a conclusion. Well, the thing that it's like, this is not my cup of tea. You know, it's definitely not my cup of tea.
Well, because we've gone to the Sacramento Autorama a couple times.
And it's been going on.
And there's usually like a coinciding that just like happens to be the same. Yeah. Like the same weekend,
day,
like out in
weekend.
the parking lot.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, it's not a thing you can just like pass by without like, oh, what are they doing over there?
Right. It's
like,
very noticeable.
You will hear it.
Yeah.
You'll feel it. You'll feel it.
Yeah.
I think I like it because it's like, you know what? Anything that has a bunch of passion and enthusiasm behind it, sure.
Right.
I can get behind that. Except for stance. I just can't do it. I just can't do it.
You just don't understand the scene, man.
I just don't understand. Yeah, sure. But I think probably my favorite within that whole thing, my favorite aspect of like audio stereo competitions is people who will try to video them.
let me convey this.
Yeah. It's like they'll try to capture something that is audio. You have to
just with a cell phone too. Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, not with a mic setup.
Yeah.
That could
And the other thing is like
those.
the audio that they use to like test these is not, it's not even music. It's just like,
it's like a
different,
tone.
it's like different
sounds at
frequencies.
different
We're going to play
yeah.
like a 60 hertz tone and like how loud can you play that tone? I mean, it truly is.
there's definitely like a science.
Yeah,
to
for
it.
sure.
It truly is drag racing.
Yeah.
Because they have it's really almost like a dyno day.
Right.
It's like, we don't give a shit about a road course.
Yeah.
Just like, how loud can we get this? How much power can we make? You know, it's like,
And I think like it's even like the vehicles are like race cars where like some of them like don't even drive.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
they
They're trailered there. Yeah.
over there. Yeah. I would welcome
we removed the
anyone-
engine so we could put more like
speakers in the
amps
engine
and
bay.
stuff.
Yeah. Well, this is the one area of automotive enthusiasm that is guaranteed to be like EV future proof.
Right.
You know, if not better.
I remember like a
because
few
of it.
episodes ago we did the like lost idea, like we talked about a couple videos that we're probably never going to make.
Yeah.
And one of them we were going to like go to one of those events, but like kind of talk like this is the future of cars.
Yeah.
It's like you don't even need an engine.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
even need to move.
It's kind of true. I'm curious. Here's my request. Somebody in the audience, because I'm sure at least a few people are like actually into this stuff and enthusiasts. Let us know. First of all, correct us.
Yeah.
And, like
Shut us down.
Literally everything we've said so far. Go ahead and correct us. Like fill us in. But also, is like, are EVs? Aren't they a better platform because you have huge fucking batteries to power the stereo?
That's a good question.
You know, can you just like
Rather than like having to daisy chain like a bunch of 12
like,
volts together or something.
Like, isn't a Model X like the ideal DB drag vehicle? Fucking open the Falcon doors and
Pull out the electric motor.
let it rip. Yeah, let us know. I do want to here. I'm going to insert a clip, just someone's clip of like
Get a little idea.
yeah, the YouTube clip what I'm talking about. So we'll put it here. Yeah, just because I think that's sweet.
I don't know if there's, I mean, like, we're not familiar with it, but if there's different classes that people are in, like, like at autocross, you're in a different class. Cause it seems like
there is, because we were looking at, like, we were trying to find videos of it. There's like street class champions. Like, there is definitely, like,
because there's like very professional ones that are done really well. And then there's just like, the high school kid who has like his, and it's just like, when he's competing, like, you just hear all like the body panels rattling and stuff. Like, it's not dynamite.
I don't know if it's supposed to be like that.
I'm certain, like anything else, there are people who do it extremely well. Right. And then there's the people behind, like, Burlington Coat Factory spinning donuts, that version where it's like, and they give the whole thing a bad rep. So
they do illegal DB racing.
I vote we move on from this topic because we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. I'm struggling to latch on to any factual, well-formed.
It's never
opinion.
stopped us before.
Yeah. Okay. So here's a better topic. Speaking of us not knowing what we're talking about, one of our pet peeves is, in general, people basically on the internet, but I guess just wherever, but mostly you see this on the internet. People who don't really have money or like wealth.
Well, not even, I mean, they don't need to be poor, but just
they're not poor.
They don't have the means to afford the stuff that they're like commenting on.
So people who will negatively comment on like supercar owners,
or just any like really high end, like classic
high end, like
cars that are like $1 million bucks,
and they'll like rip on how they own and drive it. Yeah, like, oh, he like doesn't even
just another rich douchebag who's just gonna park this,
or like he doesn't even drive it hard or whatever. Like he'll pull away and they'll be like, oh, like it's so weak. Like didn't even get on it. Like, what a little bitch. Like, if I own that thing, and it's always like, if I own that thing, I'd be like,
it's always
grinding hard and putting
it's
it
like,
away.
Let me tell you why these rich people need to drive their cars very hard. I mean, I don't own one. I can't own one.
Yeah, I'd be ripping donuts in that 720S. Like, this is why you don't have one. Like, you don't own one.
It's just they try to take this like hard stand. Like, let me tell you. Why these people that drive cars that I could never afford.
Yeah, let me tell you why you should drive your like pristine like Diablo the way that I drive my like Integra.
The way that I play Need for Speed.
My Civic with an Integra front end. like, whoa, what an asshole. That poor car just sits in that garage.
If someone just gave that car to me, I would be like doing donuts and driving it in the snow. But that's just how I roll,
Yeah, that's just me.
I mean, if I ever get one.
Not everyone's as hardcore as me. Yeah, so I don't know. We always like get a kick out of people. Just that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So weak. It's like, he doesn't even deserve that car.
It's like being elitist without actually being elite.
It's so weird. Taking shots at people. Okay, so last time we did a behind the scenes whatever commentary thing on Enzo's Dream. Yes. And so we're gonna try that.
Kind of just gonna keep it going in order.
Yeah, we're gonna try that again. Try that little segment. So enjoy. Jack Diamond.
To it.
What can be said about Jack Diamond?
So what is interesting is like the FRS Mustang video did well, and then the Ferrari video was fucking bonkers.
Yeah, right.
It was like international.
Even though we only meant it, we didn't mean it, but like we only imagined it was going to be like a follow up, not not like a big step forward.
And so when we made that, like those two videos. Like there was a second there where people were like, "Who the fuck is Car Bros?" Because it was just like,
they were like a month apart.
Yeah, we just had this like 1-2 punch.
Yeah,
and so people were just like, they came out of nowhere and just like hit the ground running, and we kind of felt that way too.
Right, extra spring in our step.
I mean, we did. It was like, this is easy. Like we're killing this. And so I think Jack Diamond's garage was actually like, all right, what do we make fun of next?
Yeah, and it went to like
the reality TV show car, like counting cars and
so this is an easy target,
and it really hasn't changed much.
That's true.
It still exists.
Yeah, it's still thriving, which is shocking.
Yeah, it's low hanging.
So this video is also from 4 years ago, right?
Yeah, I think
this was March,
or summer, I think, like that. But
we're still hitting it hard,
right?
Yeah, I don't really remember how much we planned this.
Probably not much.
I think we were trying to decide which car to use.
Yeah. That's usually how we start most videos.
Yeah, and we had a couple available. And I don't know what drove us toward this one.
Yeah.
But this video did not do as well as the others.
Yeah, in terms of views, at least.
In terms of views. And just like, I don't know. It's good. I like this video a lot. I haven't seen it in a long time, but it wasn't as like snappy. Like the pace wasn't as good.
Yeah, it's a little more deliberate.
And it didn't have just the draw of the word Ferrari in it, I think.
That's true too. It didn't have the same like star appeal. And I remember thinking like, damn, we should have used a more special car or like flashier car.
Right.
I guess. Like I remember kind of like blaming that a little bit. But it still got picked up. It still did pretty well.
Yeah.
And this is actually, like, it was weird because the first two videos were extremely polarizing. It was like,
you either get it or you don't.
and there were a ton of thumbs down.
Well, there's a lot of people
like
that simply didn't know that the first two were jokes.
They didn't know.
Yeah, they thought Damien Stonebreck was a real spoiled kid.
Like, I hate people like that.
Yeah. And so it was like, it kind of started the like, Carbro's comment section is like just as funny, it's like the people who don't get it.
Right.
And Jack Diamond was not that.
Right.
Kind of like
it was a little more straightforward.
Well, it was a little too over the top to be considered serious.
Right.
It kind of like jumped the shark.
There was no like trolling aspect to it.
Right. Yeah. Right. And so I don't know, a little different in that regard. Enjoy.
The name's Jack Diamond, professional car.
Pause it real quick.
YouTube has this like
Free
library of free music.
Yeah.
And so a big part of it, and it's like, if you want to put music in your video, you got to use this stuff. You got to use stuff that's unlicensed.
Right.
Yeah.
Specifically unlicensed. And so we're usually just spending like a long time clicking through shitty music to look for something. I remember coming across this, I was like, there it is.
There it is. Yeah.
Like, dude.
It's like, that's it.
The best is like I'll be watching a random video and I hear the same song in it too.
It's
like
Jack
even
Diamond.
to this
It's
day.
the Jack Diamond theme.
Yeah.
Now. It's
Yeah.
like he's claimed that one. Yeah, I'll hear other things trying to use this song.
Do we want to talk about the outfit, like the persona, how you came up to this?
It was kind of based on the Richard Rollins and various other
Yeah, this was our first
heavy skulls.
It was our first trip to Walmart, I think, for the props. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I remember buying that shirt at Walmart.
And then immediately throwing it away or something.
Sorting through the Walmart like t-shirt section.
Yeah.
The trashiest shirt possible. Yeah.
The bandana's perfect.
Yeah.
The good Lord put me on this earth to do two things: turn dollars and turn heads. Well, I travel this fine country looking for the hottest deals and flipping them for a cool profit. When people jack with me, well, I jack with them right back.
I forgot how sweet this was.
Yeah.
Is that audio a little hot? It sounds a little hot.
It'll be fine in post. Yeah. It's a little loud for us, but
yeah, I wish I had done it. Here is something I will just say going into this video. Like,
always carry a gun.
This video and Blaze, like, we'll come up with these characters and I'll just kind of do them.
yeah.
And then it's not until I just immediately start doing them. And then it's not until I have like a bit of specific practice with the character that I actually get good at it.
Yeah.
And we shot this video and like, honestly, the acting is like kind of bad. It's just like, I just didn't know the character really. Sure. But this intro I had to read like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
And by the time I was done reading the intro, it was like, fuck, I've got Jack Diamond now.
Right.
Like I should have practiced.
Yeah. You should have, because we did the intro after we
Yeah, because I
everything
did
else.
the intro as a voiceover back home, like
Right.
weeks later.
Yeah.
And it was like the first, you do it over and over and over and over until you're like, that's how I want to sound.
Yeah.
And I wish I had known to do that going into this. Because like his accent, whatever you want to call it, in the intro is like way better than the actual.
I remember for most of the shots in the intro, we went to a car show like early in the morning, and we were filming you standing and stuff, and like you were getting like it's pretty much like Blaze. You were just getting tons of looks.
That was my first taste of being
Embarrassed.
publicly embarrassed.
Yeah, and we were like, and the owners of the cars behind you were like asking, when's this gonna post, and like, can you like link us to? Because they thought we were filming like a serious video about that car show.
Jack Diamond.
Yeah. But
The name's Jack Diamond.
I just like the A that you have a gun.
Yeah,
And B that you're
and
like
then
popping a bunch of
later the
prescription
pills. Yeah. And that was that's a real Norco prescription bottle.
Turn dollars, turn heads. Nobody jacks off Jack Diamond. When I'm in your town, you better lock up your daughters and unlock your classic cars. Because I'm always on the lookout for the next diamond in the rough.
Oh, fuck. That title is pretty sweet.
Most people these days run straight to the internet when they're trying to find good deals on classic cars, but I'm old school. I like to take it to the streets. And that's for 2 reasons. 1, it lets me utilize my negotiation and intimidation skills. 2, Jack Diamond doesn't know how to use a computer. We're on the street now, and
See, like that, literally, it was like, okay, start recording.
Yeah.
You make your voice a little bit different.
Make your voice different.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
we just didn't know.
And we came up with those jokes like on the spot.
Yeah, I really would. Now that I'm like,
Invest.
now that we're at, well, that's why the second Jack Diamond video is like a little bit better.
Yeah, a little more fine tuned, but
I don't know. Yeah, it's the same with Blaze. Like Blaze, I didn't really get until
Like,
I was
almost done with it.
Yeah, I was in the car like driving over, and I just came up with that. Like, it's not like that. Or
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, man, this is that character. Like, I'm starting to get in that mindset.
Right.
Like, yeah, I don't know. Future Jack Diamond will be better. That's what I'm trying to say.
the deals happen, my diamond senses are going crazy. I feel like we're gonna find something good, but you gotta keep your eyes peeled.
oh yeah, I remember filming this shot.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
What were you in the back seat, or was I? Or I can't remember because like
I don't remember.
someone's on lookout to make sure we don't crash into the curb.
Yeah, it's already like, okay, look forward.
yeah.
break. Yeah, it's always fun.
Oh yeah. Look what we have here.
I do want to say there was a lot of comments like, of course, Jack Diamond would drive a BMW too. Like that was a big flavor.
Yeah, that was just like the car we had.
That was kind of a miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if we had control over it, we would have had him driving something different.
Yeah.
But I think we
like-
specifically wanted him to drive like something douchey though.
Yeah, I don't
But,
know.
more,
I think
but it would have been more like jacked up truck.
yeah.
Right.
Fucking
Yeah.
Monster truck or something. God, that would have been sweet. Pulls up and hits a fire hydrant.
So do we want it?
Wouldn't have been a BMW, bro.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now.
Do we want to talk about the Hearst or?
Yeah, so that's my dad's 1969 Hearst Oldsmobile 442. That
It kind of sucks.
it kind of sucks. Yeah, so we use that, and I think the thing is that we wanted to, because a lot of those whatever reality shows always have a thing where like it just randomly
spots them.
It's like
there it
it's
is.
like the stuff is clearly planned ahead,
Staged, yeah, like
but it's like made to look
like that car would
natural.
not be parked in the driveway
Right.
if it was like
yeah, it's
that.
all cleaned
Well,
up.
Yeah.
I mean, especially because the idea is like he's not even going to buy a car; like he's just
cruising
driving around, and
Right.
sees
Yeah.
So yeah, that's we kind of exaggerated a little bit, but
Yeah.
It looks like a little diamond in the rough. This looks like it could be good. And what are the odds of finding this car randomly on a day like this? The history of Oldsmobiles, Rich, dating back to the
But
roaring
stop.
50s.
Yeah, so this is if any of you guys have seen any of the automotive reality shows,
Yeah.
they always like have to like go and explain stuff for
Right.
like dumb people.
Because it's on Discovery Channel, so it has to be like somewhat educational.
Right, and
Yeah.
they're not really made for like hardcore
Right.
So like, let me give you the backstory on the 55 Chevy.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we did, except we just decided to make up a bunch of shit.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I don't know if it's the right time to tell this, but I'm going to do it anyways. Somebody actually reached out to us. Do you remember that? And it was like, we should, like,
was it after this?
It was after Jack Diamond. And he was like, I don't remember who it was, but he's like, I want to pitch History or Discovery Channel with a Jack Diamond series. Like I think this could be a thing,
right?
And
like it's a funny character.
Yeah, and he had like, I don't remember his position, but he was like, he'd done it before,
right?
And we were talking to him about it, and he was like, yeah, but like you have to.
We need to have some real facts in there.
It's got to be some real, like people like to learn things from these shows, so like you got to mix in some actual like real, it's got like it could be fun, but they also have to learn something. We were just like, this.
You can't be too silly.
Yeah, we were just like, this is not gonna do well. I remember telling my girlfriend at the time, she's like, we'll try it for a season.
Yeah.
like, what do you have to lose? I was like, damn, that's a way healthier attitude than mine. Yeah. Because my attitude like, nope, like, screw you, buddy. Yeah. We're not going to potentially make a shitload of money, get on network television. Yeah.
And the company started making recreational vehicles for old people and reconditioning grandfather clocks. I knew I could make some big bucks on this car. Oh yeah, this thing is the real deal. They only made 455 of these. Let's see if this guy's home.
That drag was sweet.
Did your
necklace was made out of like plastic?
Yeah.
It really.
It sounds worse than it actually was.
Yeah, it made some sweet sounds.
I'm curious, like what your dad actually thought.
You didn't mind. The car is like,
it's not pristine.
It's nice. Yeah, like it shows nice, but it's not.
In fact, he doesn't even have that car anymore.
No,
he got a different.
He got rid of that one and got a more original one.
Yeah.
The car like looks nice, but it's not actually a show car.
Right.
Yeah.
And if he's willing to deal. It's Jack Diamond, professional car flipper. From the moment I saw him, I had a good feeling about this.
So these scenes, two things. One, we remember that was at your brother's house. We had to put his dog in the back.
Oh yeah, because he kept
freaking his shit because I was actually ringing the doorbell. The other thing is those voiceover scenes. We thought we were only going to use the audio.
Yeah,
and so I'm not really like.
Yeah,
acting. I'm just saying the lines,
right?
Which like I kind of
like the side interview,
right?
Yeah, the side interview. Like I didn't think that we were going to use the video footage. And we ended up using it. Yeah, so it was kind of a miss there.
My wife is sleeping.
Hey, brother. Nice to meet you, Jack Diamond.
Oh, yeah, man, the producer said you're going to be here like 2 hours ago.
This guy's sucker bit all over it.
That was so sweet.
Yeah, so that also goes back to the like.
It's clearly staged.
One guy.
Sure, I've got a second.
Yeah, implying that this is all just random.
Yeah.
There's a blooper for that scene too.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, it's
Why
on
don't you tell me a
Patreon.
little bit about it? Well, you know, Jack, she only has 8,000 original miles on her.
Whoa, 8,000 miles? What's the story with that?
Well, my Uncle Jim bought her brand new back in '69, and this car's been in my family since then.
This thing is sweet. I've got to have it.
So you said your uncle bought this thing brand new?
Yep. Jimmy bought it brand new in '69 right before he went off to Vietnam. One day in the spring of '70.
Ooh.
Remember, like we like went back and forth on like
what the backstory should be.
No, like how much we should make fun
How
of.
much to make fun of like a vet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
which is like kind of a sensitive subject.
Yeah,
it is. Like, yeah, we really don't like to. For as offensive as some of these videos end up being, we really don't like to offend anyone. Like,
right. We don't go out of our way.
Yeah, it's not our goal, but it's just like
we want it to be funny.
It's fun. Yeah. So
well, because the joke is that Jack is like taking advantage of a veteran, but we didn't actually want to make fun of that.
Well, wasn't the original idea that you were going to be the veteran? Like, you remember you bought that hat that said like Vietnam vet. And then we changed it to like.
I can't remember what exactly.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
we're gonna make this dude like nuts.
Yeah,
remember?
Yeah,
you're that fucking like.
Yeah,
we were gonna make this character like actually like kind of crazy.
A ton of like PTSD.
Right. Yeah.
That's right. We toned it down.
I don't know why am I in a wheelchair for that.
Because we had one.
We didn't want to make fun of handicapped people, but we just
right.
The idea is Jack Diamond is taking advantage of
videos fair, and I thought.
I think that's why we had the wheelchairs, because you were gonna be the veteran, and then like last minute we were like, no, that's too bad. Let's change it to like, oh, it's your cousin or something.
He loves still wearing a fucking Marine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's very proud.
Yeah.
They're flying out of Da Nang and way into VC territory, and well, they lost contact with the whole squadron.
I came here to flip a car, not get a history lesson.
So, where's Jim now, and what do you think he'd sell this car for?
Well, I wish Jimmy was here to answer that, but the truth is, he never came back from that 6 tour. This car is really all we have left to remember him by. Never thought I would get rid of it, but recently the medical bills have been piling up. I think I don't really have a choice, to be honest.
I'm prepared to offer you $4,000 cash right now. Would that do it for you?
Well, Jack, $4,000 sounds a bit low. I got a buddy who told me she's probably worth about $30,000 as she sits, and that would probably cover most of my medical bills.
Most of your medical
But
bills.
you know what? You seem like a good boy. What do you say, $25,000 and we'll call it a deal?
This guy was really playing up the whole veteran story, and I wasn't falling for the whole wheelchair act. Jack Diamond wasn't born yesterday, come on. But at that moment I realized something. Cars are a lot more than just pieces of metal. They have stories behind them and emotions. And to be honest, I felt a little pathetic for not noticing this sooner.
This is good.
Yeah, I know.
I had an idea.
Well, truth is, I don't like to admit this, but my son, Jack Jr., is terminally ill.
Oh, Jack, I had no idea. I'm so sorry, man.
I can't believe he's buying it.
I actually promised him this morning that I would come home with this exact car, and, I just hate to go home and have to explain to him that you were the reason that he's going to bed crying tonight.
Jack, my pocketbook might be saying no, but my heart is telling me just give me that $4,000 and take her. I think Jim would be happy to know that you could just give a little bit of joy to that kid. Put her there, buddy. I think this car's going to a great home. Wouldn't you say so, Jimmy?
Yeah, we were gonna.
This is pretty bad.
Were you gonna pull a skull out of your pocket?
Yeah.
That was gonna be after you left. After you tore away.
Yeah, he's putting lipstick on and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, Jimmy, what'd you think? Just gonna fucking go off the rails.
Yeah.
We reeled it back in a little bit.
And we ended up making it less funny because of that. We still regret it to this day.
Oh man, I can't believe this is working.
Well, good luck with the new car, Jack. I think you and your son are going to love it. Make sure you stay in touch. Oh yeah, one more thing. One more thing. When you see Jack Jr. tonight, I want you to tell him what Jimmy told me.
And that's how the...
Yeah, that was when I was going to pull out this.
Yeah.
Oh, did I make a mistake? Jimmy. You tell your boy.
Well, that went better than I even thought it would. I learned a lot. I can't wait to get home, list this thing for sale, and try out some of the new tricks I learned. I want to flip this fast, so I'm probably just going to put it up for a cool 150. Wow, this thing actually kind of sucks.
That's so sweet.
Who's there?
Hey, I'm here about the ad for the Oldsmobile.
Oh, yeah. Over here, brother. Let me tell you a story about an American war hero.
This is solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just the
There's
pace.
a lot of character development.
I could see why Discovery would want to pick that up. Yeah.
Well, ironically, we're gonna do a Jack Diamond series.
Right.
I can't remember if we revealed that or not.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's just such a solid character. It's there's so much room. There's so much room for that guy. So yeah, he got a lot of fans. So that video got certainly not the same exposure,
Right.
but it is one of our most
Iconic.
iconic, but like liked video.
Right, yeah.
Very few people took it serious, even though some people still
thumbs downed it.
Literally, well, not only thumbs down it, but thought it was real.
Yeah, what a dick! This guy's a dick. I don't like
literally
him.
every video we've made, somebody has thought
Not
it was
gotten,
real,
yeah.
even though we were like, all right, they're clearly gonna think they're gonna think this is obviously fake. But yeah, that video. The comments were like overwhelmingly positive by the people who did see it. So it was kind of this weird like oh, it was a failure, because at that point we were used to getting like tons of views for our previous two.
A long history of.
But that one less views, but positive response in general. So yeah.
I remember it started like this trend where publications kind of realized that we weren't going to do the same type of videos over and over and over again. Like each video was like a parody of a different type of automotive thing.
Yeah. Where it was like each one was different. But yeah, that's right.
So they were like, what are they going to do next? Or like all the comments are like parody so and so.
Yeah, they're like giving us suggestions and stuff. Like, you guys should do it.
Right.
Yep. All right. Well, that's fun.
That's the story of Jack Dad. The origin story.
Yeah, his origin. Okay, so moving on. Autotrader. Does it still exist?
Oh, it does.
The magazine, yeah.
The magazine?
No.
It does not.
No?
There's no printed
No.
Autotrader.
No.
Oh, I thought it did at supermarkets and stuff. No?
Well, no, there's those like free,
Yeah.
like local.
Right.
But not-
Isn't that called Autotrader?
No.
Oh, okay. Then never mind.
Not the real deal.
Those are all just like dealers pay to like have.
Ads.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, do you want all the like spam on Craigslist printed?
Right, exactly.
And like put in your hand.
But-
But yeah, Autotrader, when did they stop then? I guess like
I don't know, but I mean, Autotrader is still huge. It's probably
Yeah,
like still like
it's the website,
like
yeah.
de
Website is
facto
really big,
way
right.
people find cars online.
and Doug DeMuro.
Besides CarMax.
Right, and there's like commercials for Autotrader
Right,
and stuff.
right.
But back in the day, before the web like
Blew up.
took over,
Yeah, they used to before it was digital.
It was a printed,
It was a
like,
printed website. There used to be these things.
Well, like
that-
before there was Craigslist, before there was any of this stuff, like,
yeah, Autotrader is kind of the jam.
and it was like you would go to like the gas station and buy it for like $2.
Yeah,
And it'd be like 100 pages of like black and white photos
yeah, pretty sweet
of some
stuff in
sweet
there.
cars.
Yeah.
Totally sweet stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, and there wasn't. It was like Craigslist, but curated. Essentially,
Right.
there was no like. Oh,
So like bring a trailer then.
yeah,
No,
but not,
it wasn't curated to that level.
not that level.
all you
There just-
had to do is just pay, but like
Yeah, but there just wasn't like shit.
the simple fact that you had to
know.
pay to list something,
Right. It filtered
a
out
filter-
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it had one level of filtering.
And I don't-
where Craigslist is just like fucking bots and.
And
like,
then
stupid
I don't
shit
think
like
people wrote. Well, maybe they wrote like part of their own ad, but there was no like totally misspelled like weird.
that. Yeah.
So it's not like the classifieds where there's like random abbreviations for stuff.
No, there was maybe there might have been abbreviations.
It's just, I don't know. It's a step above the classifieds, but
I'd like to track down a copy.
yeah. I mean, surely most people that are in our audience know what we're talking
As long as they're
about. They know
old enough,
Autotrader.
because it probably faded out in like 05 or something.
There's there's very few teenagers in our audience.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
but well, speaking of Autotrader, like when you talk about car movies, I think the film Joe Dirt is kind of an underrated.
Yeah.
because it's not really it's not a car movie, but it like has some kind of like.
Yeah.
First of all, his fucking car is like.
Yeah. The Plymouth. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Dodge Daytona.
Yeah, whatever, like anytime there was car references or cars are inserted, it was done well. Like
Yeah.
whoever was on staff
like
that was in charge of
yeah.
like sourcing and writing.
We'll
the
have
stuff
John
about
put
the
up a
car.
picture of the car from that movie, but it is fucking, it's like, they did a good fucking job.
Yeah, it was like well done, trashy car
like
kind of
redneck
stuff. Yeah, it wasn't like Hollywood's guess at what like a redneck car guy is like. No, they nailed
it's like
it
a multicolored.
in that regard.
And then there's a sweet scene where he like breaks the, like, remember like at the time we were like super into like burnouts and like stuff.
Teenagers.
Like a couple minutes into the movie, he like does like a huge burnout like in front of like a security guard.
Yeah, that movie, the way they treated cars in Joe Dirt. Like, do you remember when Fast and the Furious came out and there's just all this shit where it's like, shut the like what?
Yeah.
There's just a bunch of stuff where it's like, is cars for like, but not it was
Like
all
for the sake of being cool.
yeah, it was all wrong
Yeah.
and stuff. Like that's kind of a given now, but at the time it was like offensive. It's like this is stupid. Like this stuff isn't isn't real. Joe Dirt, there was none of that.
Yeah,
it was
even though it was a super dumb like comedy movie.
Yeah, it was a dumb movie, but it was like the car stuff was very accurate.
But the funniest thing is like for something like the Joe Dirt character is like super into Autotrader.
Yeah.
which is awesome.
So like, well, we can probably find the clips and put it in. But there's one where like, whatever the guy like Buffalo Bob or whatever, where he's like, I need my supplies or something, and he like throws down an Autotrader. And but the funniest thing is he's looking at it. And he's like, he sees a car and he's like, oh, this guy's got a CUDA. And he's like, he's trying to sell for 14 grand. I'll give him 75.
Yeah, he's like going through it pretty well.
He's like lowballing people
from like a pit. From like his little.
There's another one where he's like, oh, like Kragen has like a dash pad or something.
Yeah. We should just do an episode where we just watch Joe Dirt. As if it's one of our movies.
It's just got this kind of weird like
pausing every 5 minutes. Yeah, somebody on that writing staff either was like a car guy or like his dad. Like he stole that persona from his uncle or something because it's too accurate.
And then probably the funniest thing is like a little bit later on when like Joe Dirt's story like blows up. Yeah, and then he's like. He gets like famous and it like shows him on the cover of it's like his face is on the cover of Autotrader. Like it's like Time magazine.
Yeah.
It's just kind of subtle, but it's funny.
Yeah.
But I remember at the same time at the time that movie came out, we were in like second year of high school, I think.
Yeah, probably like 10th.
We had like just got our licenses.
Yeah.
And I remember we would like bring Autotrader to class.
You would bring Autotrader.
I would. Yeah. So John, we were all in that class. Or you were
which one?
Jolly Miss.
Yeah.
Shout out to
I was your TA, remember?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, John was like the assistant, and all the rest of us were just in the
when
class.
I decided to show up for my TA.
So it was like 10th grade English class with a bunch of like stupid kids.
Mm-hmm. I remember you did a book report on Ninja Gaiden. Remember?
It wasn't quite.
Oh yeah, that was me.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah, God, we don't need to get into what poor performing students we were. It was like then he used the health potion.
Well, to clarify, it's like we had to do like book reports.
Yeah.
Just like, well, you can choose a book from like the shelf. If you don't want to go get your own, you can like choose one from the shelf. And there's for some reason there was a Ninja Gaiden, like
the Super Nintendo made into a book,
like a novel for like fourth graders. Or
didn't even read it. Such a bad student. That class though, so 10th grade high school, that was like the start of like, okay, like you're gonna partner up and do book reports, and that was the start of like, can we do a video?
Right? Yeah, that
can
was.
We do a video? Like that was the start of us making like stupid videos.
Yep.
It was probably like.
It was like
10th grade-ish in high school. It was like, this really doesn't require a video. So, can we do a video? It was like, make the whole class.
Whatever, videotape.
Yeah, basically like the very origin story of Carver
starts in that class.
Forcing 30 students to watch our shitty videos in a class, forcing them. That's our earliest audience.
Didn't one of them have like me doing a huge burnout?
Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
In my duster.
Yeah, we've got some.
Those are probably somewhere.
Yeah, on some VHS tape somewhere.
Yeah. But anyway, so we would like constantly be getting in trouble in that class for just fucking around.
Right. Yeah. Not listening. Yeah.
Yeah. Like talking out and like making dumb jokes.
Yeah.
But I remember like we brought an Autotrader.
You brought.
Yes.
I brought an Autotrader that we were all looking at.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there was another guy, Eric, who I know listens to this.
Right.
What's up, Eric? So I remember we were looking at it like probably when she was talking or like we were supposed to be working.
Yeah, middle of class. You guys are in the back reading Autotrader.
And there was like an ad for like a trike, like a Harley, whatever VW, three-wheel, like custom.
Yeah, so like super done up.
Like 70s.
Trike, kind of like the type of thing you'd see and be like, You know, whenever you see you'll see like a pack of motorcycles. It's like, oh, a bunch of like
bad boys.
Yeah, like out for a cruise.
Outlaws.
And then there's always like a dude on a trike. There's always one of them that's like on the trike. And it's like, you're never like, oh, that one's cool.
But you remember like in the printed version of Autotrader, you could like pay more for like a bigger,
like a premium,
like a bigger photo and then like a big bold title.
Yeah.
And we clearly remember the like bold title said like one bad trike.
Yeah, one bad trike. I was like 2 rows away from you guys. So I have this like third person view of this exchange. And so it was like you and Eric in the back of class and you found this ad for one bad trike. And then it was like 10 minutes of you guys going like one bad trike in the back of this English class,
something like that.
while the teacher's trying to like read To Kill a Mockingbird or something, like some like class activity, and you get these two stupid ass kids in the back. One bad trike.
So eventually she got pretty mad at us.
Yeah, she
shockingly.
Boys.
And took the magazine, I'm guessing?
No, she like sent us outside.
Yeah, she's like, you're gonna go outside if you can't stop. Like, one bad.
Yeah, so we couldn't stop, but then like I think she sent both of us out.
So she sent you and Eric. Well, my view of it is like, would you guys shut the fuck up? It's like, let it go. One bad. And so she sends you guys outside. She's like, go. Being sent outside for that is so lame. But we took she sends you guys outside. You took the Autotrader, and I just have this vision of like two silhouettes outside the class.
Yeah, because you could like kind of see us out like the tinted window.
So she's just like, go outside. Like, fine. That's probably what everyone wanted. Right. You don't want to be in there. And so then you guys are outside. You can still hear you out there, like one bad trip, like muffled outside the class. One bad trip.
Yeah, we were still like flipping through the Autotrader outside.
Yeah, and then you got some sunlight. It's pretty nice. It was a solid solution.
Everybody wins.
Just go hang out outside. Yeah.
So like, Autotrader.
Anyways,
good times.
It's sad that Autotrader is no longer.
Yeah, I thought it was still going because I still.
Well, I mean, the company is still going.
I mean like those like printed magazines, and I thought those were technically part of Autotrader.
I guess now kids could be like on their iPad in the back of class. You can still reenact. You can still reenact that. We haven't lost too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, enjoy one bad trade. One more thing. I feel like we're probably at. What's our time like? Do we have room, or should we?
You could do it.
Should we call it? Yeah. We just want to talk about how much. This sounds dumb, but like everything else in the podcast,
every topic we've ever covered,
getting gas kind of sucks.
Oh, it really sucks.
And you don't really notice it until you
don't need
have an EV or something, and you stop going to a gas station. Yeah. Like, it's kind of lame.
Like, I'm kind of convinced the best thing about an electric car is not really the saving the money on gas.
Yeah, it's just not dealing.
Or the like environmental clean. It's like just I'd never have to like even think about.
Yeah,
I have to stop at the gas station.
Right. Yeah, and then you drive your gas powered car. And you're like, fuck.
Yep.
It's not that big of a deal. But there's nothing positive about it. It's never
because like
fun.
What actually made me bring this up is I had to get gas in the Type R like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
and like first of all you have to like wait, what side is my thing on?
God, it's terrible.
I mean, most cars have the little arrow that says where it is, but you like, especially if you don't drive the car like super often,
right?
Like you're like, what's on that side?
Yeah.
So like. I remember like I was trying to go and then there was like a guy in a truck like coming the other way.
Yeah.
And like he was like trying to turn and like I had to turn.
Yeah.
And I was just like, fuck this. I just left. I didn't want to do the like, 15-point turn to like get in the right position so I could, because he was like trying to go where I wanted to go.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck this. I'm going to a different gas station.
Yeah. Tight gas station maneuvers when it's all backed up.
Yeah.
And there's people like, you're in line, but there's no line.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like,
it's a free for all. Yeah.
You can just get kind of shitty.
I don't know. It's not a big deal for me. I mean, I always go to the same gas station. It's like on my way to work.
You got your routine.
Yeah, I got my routine, and I'm the one who has to pay like $90 to fill up the Jeep every
every 3 days.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's pretty.
But it's it's just like the effort, like thought effort that goes into it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess if you're like you, or you're mostly EV, and then occasionally you have to get a gas. If you're used to it,
when
and
you
part
go
of
to the
your
gas
routine,
station like once or twice a month, maybe.
Yeah. So the other thing we were thinking about, I can't remember if we've talked about this, but Costco sells gas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Costco is a warehouse.
Costco is a warehouse.
If you're not familiar with Costco,
yeah, it's a little chain, little mom and pop. And they don't publish prices, and I've never done it. So
they do inside the store.
So how much cheaper is their gas?
It's usually like 10 to 15 cents per gallon cheaper.
It's maybe a little more than that.
Is it?
Maybe 15.
It's not like half.
No, it's definitely not half.
It's maybe like 25%.
That line will get crazy backed up.
Yes.
People will sit, and it's not like drop your car off and they'll fill it for you. You have to sit in line.
You have to like kill 20 minutes or
20
something.
to 30 minutes sometime. And we have seen it like fuck up intersections because this huge parking lot
There'll be like,
back
it'll
up
literally be
out
like
onto the street
19 or 20 cars lined up
Per
for a
line.
single pump.
Yeah.
to save what, $3?
Depends on the vehicle. I mean, if you're filling up like a
guess
Suburban.
dually or something, you know, with a
but
huge
most
gas.
of them aren't.
Yeah, most of them are
cars
just
in
like
line.
they have to have like
Most of them are like
16.
Sentras.
They're getting like 10 gallons of gas.
Yeah.
I was like, that is bizarre. Like getting regular
then-
gas sucks. But
Yeah, Costco sucks. And there's also the people that are like, I'm sure there's like apps and stuff like, who has the cheapest gas in town?
Yeah.
Where, like you just put a ton of effort and like thought.
Yeah.
Or like you drive like 6 extra miles.
go out of your way to save like 8 cents. Yeah, I always get Chevron and I always go to the same station. So like,
I don't really care. Like I usually don't care what gas I put in, but I just go to like this place that's the easiest to get to.
Yeah.
I don't even like look at the price.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Maybe if I like went through like, hundreds of gallons a month, I would look more,
maybe
but,
matter.
Right.
but I'm just like, oh, that place is easy to get in and out of, so I'll go there.
Yeah, that's funny. Some people are very particular about gas.
Like the brand.
Yeah.
But the things always change. Like half the stations like change brands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one gas station I go to, it used to be a Shell. Now it's like a Valero.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that happens like
Oh, no, it was a 76, then a Shell. Now it's a
I
Valero.
wonder if like I guess the actual gas changes.
I have
when they
no
do that,
idea.
but-
Yeah. I wonder if there's room for like an enthusiast gas station. You've got like some kind of better experience and like 100 octane at the pump or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Are there still full service? I mean, probably not in California, but in other parts of the country where like, you pull up and they
I know
clean your windshield.
Well,
and
I know in
pump the gas
Oregon,
for
it's like you cannot pump your own gas.
I think
That's
that
a law.
changed.
Oh, did it?
I think.
The last time I was there, which is quite a while ago. But
I was there, I think, a year ago, and I forgot that was a thing. I was like
Right.
cruising through, and I pulled up, and someone was there, and I was ready to be like, I don't have any cash, or like, get away from me. And I was like, oh.
you thought I was like a panhandler?
Yeah.
I remember in high school, there were still a couple gas stations in town that offered full, like, because I went to go get gas once in the Prelude, and like I pulled up to the first full service one, and like I got out of the car to start, and like a guy ran out, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "You're in the full service."
What
and
do
I
you
was
do?
like,
We're gonna have some trouble, buddy.
and like he made me go to the self-service side of the pumps.
yeah, they get kind of strict.
Right.
I think that stuff made a lot more sense when it was like cars were such pieces of shit and just like leaking oil.
Right.
It was like, check your oil every time you get
Right.
gas.
Yeah.
Like, check your. Now it's like,
I know in Japan, most of the stations
are full.
They do it for you. There is like self ones that are like big,
Right.
Like the Walmart of gas stations,
The Costco.
But most of like the neighborhood.
Did you go to Costco in Japan?
Yes.
Oh.
I can't remember if they had gas or not.
I don't know.
I didn't really look that closely. I should have. But yeah, Costco in Japan is kind of like Costco
Much
in the
different
US.
or no?
It's like the same, but they have like
Different.
additional stuff.
Additional, yeah.
You can still
flavors.
get like cheap pizza.
yeah, it's cool. All right. Well, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good way to go out.
Hope you enjoyed
Costco.
those string of mediocre topics. Again, thanks to our patrons. If you're interested in becoming a patron, I highly encourage it. Personally, I think it's one of the best values,
Most rewarding.
and just on the planet today. Google Carbo's Patreon, link in the description below. Thank you for those of you who have signed up. Thank you to all our fans.
And if you don't want to support, on Patreon, at least, rate the video or share it with people.
Yeah, rate
Yeah,
the video.
iTunes.
Yeah.
Do your
podcast.
do your duty. Take a moment to thank the people who are supporting us.
Okay, if you don't want to be a Patreon, you can send money to the patrons, and that will help cover their.
Yeah, at least send Carl a check, and then he will. If you want to support us, support one of them. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed. And see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.